A man called Biggie is supplying a group of dealers with a mysterious pill that allegedly gives its users superpowers. Sounds suspicious, but let's figure out what it's all about. One night, while one of the dealers, Robin, is trying to find someone to buy a pill in an abandoned amusement park, she comes across three guys who want to rob, but luckily for her, the policeman Frank shows up and stops them. Of course, one of the guys is considering ingesting the pill to fight a cop, and Frank also convinces him to take the pill but also reveals that it can give him random power and even take his life. That completely disrupts the young man, and Frank uses the moment to take the pill from him before the group of guys escapes. To make things more interesting, Frank turns out to be one of Robin's customers and gives her his motorcycle as a birthday gift. Nice gesture, but Frank, do you remember that you are a cop? You wouldn't like to get caught buying illegal items, right? Afterward, a guy from the US Army, named Art, is heading to a decaying neighborhood to find a power dealer called Newt. After confronting the dealer and pointing the gun toward him, Newt takes the pill that allows him to generate fire from his body, giving him a temporary advantage over the officer. When Art notices that he can neutralize Newt by applying water to him, he doesn't hesitate to do so. He puts a wet cloth on him before pushing him into the bathtub and interrogating him to find out who supplies him with pills. Eventually, Newt tells him about Biggie moments before exploding due to overdosing on pills. Superpowers sound alluring, but exploding, well, not so much. At the same time, Robin is heading to school, and it turns out that Newt is Robin's cousin, so she tries texting him, but little does she know that he previously fell victim to Art, who now has his phone. Frank replies and the two of them arrange a meeting. The teacher notices Robin uses a phone and gives her a low grade, making her leave the classroom out of anger. Meanwhile, Frank and his colleague are outside the bank due to the case of hostage-taking. One of the police officers even tells Frank that their suspect is like a ghost. Wow, amazing, is it also thanks to the pill? Make sure to keep watching to find out. A group of people in black order police officers to stay outside of the bank, but Frank refuses and enters the bank. Frank, my guy, would you be so courageous if you didn't have the power of hardening your body? I don't think so. Upon entering the building, Frank didn't notice the suspect that has the chameleon power, so he knocks Frank out and manages to exit the bank. So that's the ghost the officer was referring to, interesting. Frank immediately starts running after him and eventually chases him down, and they start fighting, and the suspect takes over the gun and shoots Frank in the head, but don't forget about his superpower, because that's what stops the bullet. Frank is now in control as he takes down his opponent just before his superpowers expire. What a lucky guy he is, unbelievable. Afterward, the police captain suspends Frank due to substance abuse and shows him a picture of Art, who is allegedly the source of the power pill. Merely, Art is waiting for Robin to meet him at one fast food place, and as soon as she comes he destroys the tires of her bicycle and kidnaps her on her way home. Art blackmails Robin to take her mother's life if she doesn't cooperate, so she agrees to act as bait for Art to catch the main pill supplier. Okay man, we understand, but those threats might be too much, don't you agree? Robin enters the shop and asks for the pill, and then the stuff leads her to a separate room where she runs across a man who asks her why she is there, and she admits everything. The man takes the pill out of anger and decides to go fight Art. Art successfully eliminates all of the opponents as they inflict him with some heavy wounds, making him mistake Robin for his daughter. Art realizes that the man who distributes pills is also inserting chips in them to monitor their effects on people, with an idea to distribute the pills even outside New Orleans as well. Can Art put an end to it? Keep watching to find out. Robin exploits the situation where Art is wounded, so she tries escaping but unexpectedly comes across a guy from the supermarket who can come back to life due to his superpowers. Lucky for her, Art comes at the right time to save her and end the man's life once again. Will this be the last time? After telling Robin that he didn't take Newt's life, she agrees to help him with his wounds. Meanwhile, back at Robin's house, the mysterious men in black are interrogating Robin's mother while Frank is standing in front of the house just to notice them. He decides to enter the house and act like her lover, and he even takes the phone to record them, which ends up scaring them out of the house. Who are those guys anyway? Frank explains his relationship with Robin, so her mother agrees to give him duct tape, which he uses to plant her phone on a van of those men in black to track them afterward. On the other hand, Robin explains to Art that she doesn't use pills because she saw her friend overdose on it, but still has to distribute them to earn money for her mom's medications because she is a diabetic. Additionally, Robin shows him her rap skills, making him very amused. He then encourages her to develop her rap career. He also comes up with an idea that she can be his guide throughout the city, which she accepts, but only if he pays $5,000, for €1,585, and he accepts. What a hustler this girl is. Well done, Robin. Art reveals the shocking story of his daughter, Tracy, who has superpowers even without taking the pill, so that's the reason the defense contractor company has taken her away. Oh, what a sad story. At least now we understand why he is going through all of this. He wants to find his daughter. Good luck, man. The two of them come to the place of an ongoing event of demonstration of the pills, and Art enters the place by knocking out the security and leaving Robin behind cause it's too dangerous for her. After listening to Biggie's presentation for some time, Art decides to take him hostage, but it ends in a massive shootout. Now, things are about to get very interesting, and don't look away cause you don't want to miss Art turning Rambo mode on. Art ends up shooting and eliminating all of his opponents, leaving him one-on-one with Biggie once again. Biggie offers everything, but Art only wants one thing, his daughter, so Biggie tells him about her potential location. Unfortunately, Frank arrives at the same place thanks to following the van and confronts Art thinking he is the suspect. Biggie takes advantage of the two of them fighting and ingests the pill that makes him very big, so Frank and Art start running away immediately from there. Art also manages to shoot helium tanks, making the building explode. Well, at least there is no way that villain Biggie survives this. Sadly, Frank arrests Art whatsoever. Robin notices a strange man who leaves the scene and she decides to go after him. Who could this be? Meanwhile, Art somehow convinces Frank to help him after explaining his situation to him, so Frank gives him a pill as well, before leaving the car, which was momentarily surrounded by cops after that. The cops take him to the ship named Genesis, the same ship where his daughter supposedly is, and Robin arrives at the same location as well after following the strange man. Frank meets her there and tells her that they need to help Art save his daughter. It also appears that Art allowed to be arrested just to get on board. What a masterful plan. We hope everything goes as expected. Frank pretends to be a dock worker, and as soon as guards realize that he is faking it, they shoot him, but luckily he took the pills before that, meaning that he is prone to the attacks. The security takes Art below to electrocute him while Robin also manages to get on board very sneakily. Then she rendezvous with Frank in the control room and he tells her that she has to open doors for him while he goes to save Art. One of the guards heads up to the control room after taking the pill while Frank manages to win a fight over the other guard. Luckily, Robin escapes the control room just before the guard enters it. Perfect timing, let's go, girl. She also finds Tracy and tells her that Art is going to save her, before getting her out and hiding her temporarily. Will she stand by her promise? You will find out very soon. Art threatens one of the guards with the devastating effects of the pill he has in his mouth, and the guard releases him, but the other guard, Wallace, confronts him. Frank also arrives at the scene and the two of them manage to fight off Wallace without major consequences. Now prepare for a very heartwarming scene as Tracy and Art meet and hug each other hammer and tongs. Hey people, not much time for that, you have to exit the ship first. One security guard takes a pill and makes knives emerge from his body as he attacks Art, but Art manages to win that battle by using those knives against his opponent, while others head towards the lifeboat, except Robin. It turns out that the ship staff has Robin as hostage now, and they threaten to take her life if Art doesn't return Tracy. You have to use the pill now, Art, now or never. Art uses the pill, which allows him to generate strong heat waves from his body, eliminating all of the enemies and saving his allies, but sadly, that takes a toll on his body, making him collapse. Tracy uses her powers to bring him back to life, and we have a very happy ending in front of us as all four of them manage to safely escape Genesis. The next day, Frank comes up with an idea to arrest everyone, including police officers who were cooperating with the villains. Art says goodbye to Robin after paying her